who actually did it is my buddy Jazzy on the beat. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CT Cinema Retro Reviews, where I review old movies, okay? Because that is what I like to do in my spare time, is watch movies. I am a fan of movies. You guys know this. This is a brand new episode. I am very grateful for you guys being here. With that said, I want to tell you that the super chats are open and the subscribers have been blowing up on my YouTube. Y'all have, wow.
Yes.
I'm seeing some growth that I have not.
That's what I'm talking about.
I reached the level a couple years ago of like, I think I was at 367 is the highest amount of subscribers that I had on YouTube, right? 367,000.
It's huge.
And right now I am at 380,000.
That's what I'm talking about.
And that is because of you guys superseding. So now I'm
Appreciate
back inspired.
y'all. Yes.
I'm going for the milli, and that's up to you guys. Now, with that said, the super chats are open. I want to tell you how super chats work so you guys know this. First of all, I appreciate all your hard-earned money. Whether it's $2, $5, and up, I'm very grateful because you could be spending it anywhere, but you're spending it here, and I thank you.
Right.
With that said, $10 super chats or more, your comments go on the screen. Say whatever you want to say question-wise or join into the conversation. $20 or more, my guest, my sidekick, and myself will give you some of our favorite movie moments and movie quotes. And for obnoxious amounts of $40 or more, we will give you a thank you speech in the style of any award show that you choose. So make sure you tell us what award show style. To my left, my sidekick, my guy, Mayor Young. How are you, man?
I'm good, man. Excited to be here. We got a show today.
We
got a show today.
We got a show today. Hottest baked clam. Before I introduce my guest, I would like to thank It's J-Main Gaming for a super thanks that he gave on last week's episode.
Oh, thank you.
$50.
Wow, nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, fam. It says, CT, my guy, love the show. Get back on the game, which is
there it is.
And I
get back on the game. You heard it.
Conversation. In the meantime, my guest is a showrunner. For those of you guys who do not know, that is an executive producer. When you see shows like The Last OG, you see this brother's name on it. You understand me? When you see comedy, this brother's been doing it for 20 plus years.
Right.
When you see, first of all, you were the commercial king. You released your crown. This brother is a writer, an actor, a director, a producer, a podcast host. He is a father. He is a husband. He is one of my greatest friends. This guy's family. Ladies and gentlemen, Owen Smith.
Yes.
Hey,
how are you, man?
My wife and I talk about you give the best intros in the business.
It's true.
It's like, God dang, man. Like, I wish we were around in the 70s when it was orgies. Clearly we did the best. You've seen this, brother.
Coming to
How
the
y'all
box.
ladies doing? Y'all good?
Right now. So
no, for real, man. You make it worth the trip. I'm so happy to be here. I'll keep watching you. You're so likable.
Thank you, man.
On the screen. This is great. I saw this and I hit you immediately. Like, this is a great idea. It looked fun. And now I'm here. I wasn't expecting to be here, but I appreciate it.
Listen, we're going to have fun.
We are.
And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this live, thank you. Also, thank you to all the Patreon subscribers. I've been seeing an uptick in those, and thank you for continuing your subscription. This Sunday is our first live watch party of a movie. The movie is actually going to be a Low Down Dirty Shame. So if you want to be in the Patreon,
man, that's so
we're
funny.
watching it this Sunday morning, and we're going to be in my Discord and have a good time. With that said, the movie for today.
Yeah.
This brother chose this movie, Lord.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what the movie was.
Yeah.
The movie is Mo Better Blues starring Denzel Washington.
Woo.
Now, as we have this conversation, brother, I need to ask you why this movie?
Yeah.
Why is this your favorite on your list of favorite movies?
Because it came out August 3rd, 1990. And that was my summer before my senior year in high school. And I saw the post you did about Megan Thee Stallion dating Clay Thompson.
Yeah.
I was Clay Thompson dating a Megan Thee Stallion.
Really?
Yeah, bro. I was in high school. I was dating this chick named Shavice, and she was, like this, like, is you coming over?
One of
Is you
them.
coming? And bro, I was trying to impress her.
Yep.
But at that time, I had a learner's permit where you driving permit.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a curfew. I grew up in Maryland, Prince George's County, Maryland. And the movie came out. That we went on our first date. And we went to like a crab feast at one of her relatives' backyard. It was cool. And then I took a go-kart race. I was doing too much. Took a go-kart racing. But she was like, it's cool. You know, she was, it's all right. It's all right. You know, like, it wasn't like, I was just taking her to play. Why we out here with all these white folks? Because we grew up in PG County.
Yeah.
The date should have been over then, but we went to go-kart racing in Virginia, went to Rivertown, and Mo Betta Blues was coming out. And I tried to get tickets. The only show, it started at like 11:30. I had to be home at midnight. I was trying to be cool. I was like, yeah, we can go. I got you. So I get the tickets. It's sold out. So we only seats left are in the front.
Wow.
This is back in the 90s when the front row was literally the front.
Yeah.
Like you looking
For
right
real.
here, bro. It's not
For
like.
real.
And so I get the tickets, and all I had to do probably was call my mom and go, hey, I'm going to be da-da-da-da.
But you didn't do that.
I couldn't call my mom. I'm with, you know what I'm saying? It's like, so I'm like, whatever. So we sitting in the front row.
Wait, not to mention, this is 1990.
1990.
Ain't no cell phone.
No cell phones.
You got to go dial
You got
a
to
number.
go.
Yeah.
And so we in the movies in the front row, and I'm watching the movie, and she falling asleep like, I'm so sorry.
No!
Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. She falling asleep.
Nothing clicks.
And I just know that my life is over.
Oh, it's a wrap.
Because I didn't know the movie was damn near 3 hours long.
Yeah.
So 11:30 is after midnight.
Oh.
So I absorbed every cell of that movie because I thought
Your life was
it
over.
was
last
the end of So I just
This is your
I'm
last
watching the whole
movie.
thing.
You better enjoy it.
yeah, I didn't. You know, for me, I love movies, so I'm not gonna leave.
Yeah.
Like, I would have been all right. Let's go. Let's just go. And
Right.
I'd have salvaged my life, but I'm in there just every cell, bro. And after the movie, it's 2:30 in the morning. I'm trying to race to
With
get
a
her
learner's
home.
permit.
Yeah, take
That's
her,
crazy.
drop her off at her mom's house. She go, oh no, you gotta take me to my father's house.
What?
I'm like, what? Where he stay? She say he stay up there in Greenbelt. What?
Oh.
So if you're familiar with DMV, so Rivertown is exit 3. It's the Beltway. She lived on exit 9. I lived on exit 15.
Oh.
Her father lived like exit 20 something.
Come on.
So I had to pass my house, drop her off at her dad's crib. And I'm a gentleman, so I walk her to the door. Her father, and I never met him. Her father answers the door and he goes, first thing he says, he goes, your mother is looking for you.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. No, you get in here and you call her right now. So I called her. This is when they had the
Rotary. Right.
thing, and I'm holding, trying to be cool. And it was framed like a Spike Lee movie. They are both side by side over here, and I'm standing here in the kitchen. Yeah. And my mom answers the phone. I try to have the deep voice. Hey, what's up? She goes, where in the hell are you? And you hear I lose all the bass. I'm you know, I'm just. And then I say, get your ass home now. And I look at the father. He's like, so I said, all right, I'm coming. And I hang up the phone. And I thought my life was over. So I grabbed her in front of her dad and just kissed her.
Hey, yo.
Because I was like, I'm dead.
baby.
That's what I wanted to do all night. She was, oh. And then I left. I was like, all right, sir.
Can't kill you twice.
Yeah. I get home. We lived in Largo Woods. Get home
That's
4 a.m. I get home like 4 a.m. All the lights are on. And my mom was not having it, bro. But then she saw I did it over this girl and I really liked her. Ended up going to prom with her and all of that stuff. But that movie, for me, it's that coming of age type.
Yeah.
You know, when I had to decide. And so I always, and then as I got older, when you revisit it, when I was scouting for The Last OG, because we shot that in Brooklyn, I realized what a love letter Spike Lee wrote to Brooklyn and to jazz. Like as I got more into this business and just like, and just the character work that he did, like, man, how when they tell you to write a film, your character should change at the end, and just
changed.
how he started that movie and how I just thought it was like a beautiful film, and just the fact that he took the freedom to let those characters develop like that, because in today's market, that would have been rushed. And just and it was like a simple crew, bro. Like the cast, the costume designer, the cinematographer. It was beautiful film.
First and foremost, Lawrence, if you do the honors of telling us and our amazing audience, Team CT out there,
Absolute.
what this film is about. Mo Better Blues.
So Mo Better Blues is the story of a musician by the name of Bleak. And Bleak is basically in a love affair with two women, Indigo and Clark, but mostly with music.
It's
That's
definitely
basically
music.
what it's about.
Now here's the thing. I want to see
Yeah,
them super chats on the screen. Don't skip on the super chats. I know I'm
Absolute.
trying to grow over here. You understand? Lawrence is taking these Ubers from a long way. Need to be compensated. You understand?
Please,
Now,
please.
with that said, let's talk about the cast. Denzel Washington,
Oh,
Yeah.
Giancarlo Esposito,
Whoa.
Yes.
Wesley Snipes.
Right.
Spike Lee is in it, and
Yeah.
in the beginning, also you see Spike Lee's acting get a little better as the movie
Yeah,
is
yeah.
Progressive. Because at first he laughed at his own stuff.
That is
He
true.
laughing. He's like,
Oh.
Robin Harris, bro.
Robin Harris.
for
Ruth E.
real.
Carter, Oscar winner from Black
Yeah.
Panther,
Yeah.
and so many other films in this movie. Spike
Yeah.
had an eye for talent even back then.
100%.
Yeah.
Then when you look at this film, and I'm looking at this,
Mm.
I said, "Oh, Owen, one of them romance brothers." That's what I said.
I had no idea. No,
This is
I
your
was
first time seeing
marketed.
this?
This is my first time seeing Mo
Got
Better
it.
Blues.
Yeah,
Never
no,
saw it.
oh, you never saw it?
Never saw
I had
it.
no idea what it was about really when it came. I just remember being marketed.
Yeah.
Oh, and also I played the trumpet. That was the other thing.
Wow.
In high school, I played the trumpet. So my mom used to always talk about the sax. She would always go, "Ladies love the sax." I was like, "Ugh, mom, like what are you talking?" But I wanted to play the sax.
Yeah.
We went into the horn store, saw the price of a sax, and I walked out with a trumpet. So I ended up playing the
That's
trumpet
hilarious. Yeah.
in high school, and it wasn't. I didn't know how to make it sexy because if you wanted to play something for a girl, it was like purr purr. It would be like really loud.
Yeah.
But then jazz, I started discovering jazz and playing a little bit. But then I got braces and I kind of stopped playing. But when I saw him do all the, it's like
Yeah.
I was doing that. Like everybody was doing Denzel's ticks.
Yeah.
But I played trumpet in high school. And
Let's
stuff, so.
discuss what you just said.
Right.
You were
Mhm.
playing the trumpet,
Yeah, man.
and this is the part that pissed me off about your story.
But
Because I don't have children. You know this, Lawrence. You
I
ain't got no
do
kids
not-
either.
Yeah.
I do not.
He has kids.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the fact that you said this so carelessly lets me know that you forgot where you came from. And let
What
me say,
happened?
you said, I played the trumpet. I was doing all the stuff with the lips. And then I got braces and I stopped playing. You think as much as I paid for this trumpet, you about to stop playing?
Oh yeah,
You better
yeah.
breathe
But
through
it,
the braces?
it messed up my aperture, kind of like bleak.
But don't jump ahead. Don't jump ahead.
Okay, yeah.
Now, okay, so look at the movie. You spoke about your mother and the trumpet. In this movie, Bleak's mom was
Mhm.
teaching him. She was giving him the trumpet lessons as a
Mhm.
kid. He wanted to go outside and play with his friends.
Yeah.
Couldn't play with his friends.
Right.
Started hating his mom. You could see it. He was just like angry at the mom. The dad is in the back watching sports.
Mhm.
Now, here's the funny thing.
Yeah.
He grew up, stayed close with his dad. You
Mhm.
never saw that mama again.
No.
true.
Nobody ever
I wonder
explained
if
what
she
happened.
passed away. I feel like she may have passed
I think
away.
she does end up dying at some
Yeah.
point.
They
but
don't mention it. I thought he just didn't like her anymore. Like he just stopped kicking it with his mom.
No, because he still kind of talked about his mama in reverence, like in some small scenes. So I think she may have passed on.
Mm.
That's my guess.
Mhm.
But
You would
yeah.
hope so, because it's like, man, he only kicked it with his dad.
Yeah.
But then he gets older, and he's this trumpet player inside of the dog, is what they call the club.
Under the dog. Under
Under the dog.
let me look it up. I
Spike
wrote it
Lee is his
down.
manager,
Right.
and he is a horrible manager.
Right.
He's his childhood friend who's
Right.
managing him, which is
Giant.
sometimes a good idea. Yeah, he's a little dude that they call Giant, and he's walking with his
Beneath the
sloped
underdog.
shoulder.
Yeah, beneath the underdog.
Beneath
Did y'all
the
notice
underdog.
that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
like, what's that about?
I
Anyway,
know.
he has a gambling problem.
Yes.
Oh,
This
so
gambling
bad.
problem is destroying him because I'm like, he has a gambling problem, but is he gambling with Bleak's money, or is he's gambling with his own cut of the bread?
Yeah, that's a good question.
You know what I mean?
I think it's his
Yeah.
own cut,
Yeah.
but
You hope it's his own cut.
yeah, well, I do hope. But at the same time, like this is one of the big through lines I feel in this movie is like this friendship between these two guys.
Mhm.
Yes.
And it's like, Giant might screw somebody over, but he's not gonna screw Bleak over.
yeah.
You would hope that. That's also true because he has a good heart for him.
Mhm.
Wesley Snipes is Shadow, and this, for all intents and purposes, you would think is the villain of the story. But you know who the real villain of Mo Better Blues was?
Who?
Spike Lee. Spike Lee is the worst character in this movie
Hey.
because, just like you say, his friendship,
yeah,
he's the reason
Yeah.
all this stuff bad is happening to Denzel.
it is
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
Now, not jumping
Yeah.
ahead, but he's the reason that the band ain't making no money. The owners of the club are making so much money. They eating sushi
Yeah,
during a meeting by themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
That means he
Yeah.
had to order that outside the restaurant.
Exactly.
Get it brought in. Eat the sushi.
Right.
Now I'm looking at this movie and I'm seeing Denzel be this playboy. I gotta be honest, as a kid, women were always like, "Oh, Denzel's so fine. He's so fine." You a kid, you like, what is? First of all, what's fine? You know what I mean? I'm watching this movie. Hella pause. I'm like, man, this dude is really handsome.
Yeah. He's Denzel Washington.
all
I mean, you know,
them
yeah.
dudes young. Wesley Snipes young.
Yeah, absolutely.
Killing them suits.
Absolutely.
That's why I wore this hat. My jazz shout out.
My jazz shut up with that.
Hit him with
Bro, I
it.
look
Hit him with the
clean
look.
on him. Bro, man, them dudes was clean, bro.
They were.
Bill Nunn, everybody, and they were like
Absolutely.
younger.
The
And
cast was crazy.
yeah.
Let's talk about this. You spoke about Indigo. And
Oh, you've got
spoke
Joie Lee,
about-
his sister.
That's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Joie Lee. I was about to call her
Yeah.
Joy Lee. I'm
Oh,
glad
I
you
think
said
it's Joie. Yeah, I think so.
Joie.
Yeah.
Here's what took me out of the movie.
Okay.
Mm.
Uh-oh.
Joie Lee is Spike Lee's sister.
Yeah.
She is also one of Denzel's love interests.
Yes.
Mhm.
Indigo.
She looks so much like Spike Lee. I was creeped out, bro.
That
I was like, is she
that
in
was,
drag?
Hey,
That
man.
was the narrative back then too when it came out.
Are you serious?
Yeah, people were just that was the only bump. But like as I've aged, I understand what she represents. But
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Purity, wholesomeness,
Yeah.
family, a future.
selflessness.
Selflessness.
basically.
Mhm.
Like because he was a very selfish character in the beginning, and then
Mhm.
you see him turn. And so, I look at it like if you don't know that that's his sister, like in some of the shots, because now you know, being a naturalista has never really gone away.
Mhm.
Right.
But back then, she was on the forefront of,
Yeah.
Love
of
natural.
like
Absolutely.
ushering in
Ooh.
that look and those images. And I thought it was a very powerful. My thing is, how do you tape your sister like
Yeah.
doing that?
Yeah.
But I mean, he's a mature filmmaker, man. Like,
Get maturity. Let me talk about this sex scene.
Yeah.
All right. Now, there's a woman named Clark, which is
Mhm.
crazy.
Right.
Mhm.
She is the red bone. You got the chocolate. You got
Yeah.
two of the perfect dynamics.
Right.
The red bone Clark is a singer. She's with Denzel.
Mhm.
She says, "Yo, let me get them super chats on screen." By the way, I see y'all comments coming through. I would love to see you guys' comments on the screen with a super chat. Support me. Support the show. Now, when I say when I'm looking at Clark is a singer. She's physically involved with Denzel.
Mhm.
And she says to him, like, I've been singing, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I would love to. He's like, that's good that you're singing. Congratulations. She's like, yeah, it's been a couple of months. I want to sing, in your quintet. And he was like, hold tight, baby girl. It takes years to perfect something. Believe me, I know, because I perfected this and I still practice.
Mhm.
Even if we were married, I would tell you, you can't just get into the band singing, right?
Right.
Hubris, but also realness, giving
Yeah.
her this. And she takes offense. She
Mhm.
takes offense to this, and I start noticing the little things. She's popping his bumps for him on his back, which a lot of people into that. I am not. However, she's popping the bumps for him. They get into a kiss situation. She bites his lip.
Right.
That's the first time you see him say, "Hey, this is how I make my money. I make my
Right.
money off my lips. You don't bite my lip." And she's laughing about it because she
Mhm.
doesn't respect what he's doing if
Mhm.
she doesn't get a chance to be a part of it and benefit.
Mhm.
Can I
Right?
add to that?
Mhm.
Please.
I don't want to stop your flow because you
No,
flowing.
go.
And watching it again too, like in setting up what he did with his characters was so brilliant in that it was that, but the overlying thing with her was that she needed to be number one
Yep.
in his
Mhm.
life.
Right.
And he made it very clear that she was not that.
Mhm.
So it was like watching a kid not get what they want.
Yes.
Mhm.
So she would, when he was creating music, she would come over there and try to be involved.
Mhm.
When she kissed him, she bit his lip.
On
I'm just playing with
purpose.
you, but she was like, see me. She only wanted him to see her
Yeah.
Right.
at all or see her first. And she
Yes.
couldn't get either one of those. So I thought she did a fantastic job of like finding every kind of way to get
Yeah.
in there.
Mhm.
And
He was able to tune her out, though.
able to tune her
Oh,
out.
yeah.
He was able to tune her out. And but you could just, but to me, when you're writing scenes, and I know Spike came from, like the way he framed a lot of it was like, if you go to see theater,
Yeah.
you know how you have to kind of, but like, man, just having two characters want opposing things at the top of a scene just
Mhm.
makes for more engaging.
Absolutely.
And he
Right.
did that a lot. He
He
did
did.
that a
Mhm.
lot. Like, and I thought it was so, but that's just me. That's older me. When
Mhm.
I was 19, I was
Yeah.
just like, I don't know what I was really absorbing, but I knew I loved what I was seeing.
And they
I
both were
thought-
natural. Shout out to the Red Bone. Shout out to the
Yeah.
John.
Yeah, yeah.
Speaking of shouting out, I'm not saying no super chats, and I think y'all think I'm just saying this just to say it. but I'm genuinely saying I need y'all so I can continue this show going. You think
Indeed.
the studio is cheap? I got to come out this bread every week.
Like-
This white man ain't playing about this money. All right. I need y'all to hit your boy with some super chats so we continue to keep this show going. Unless y'all want me to stop it, because I can go back into hiding on YouTube and not post another. But when I look at the scenes and I see they're both natural, you see Clark got the, she got the things on her.
Right.
And then I'm like, oh, surely he's not going to shoot his sister's, areolas. And then it's a shot where you're like, oh man, I'm not that great of a creator. I couldn't have my sister be shown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's a difference if you just like, all right, somebody else shoot that. But he also got to edit this. So he got to look at this over and over.
That's true.
Yeah.
But now let's get to Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes has never let his intentions not be known that, hey, I want your girl. I want Clark. That's what he said from the beginning. He resorted to dirty macking.
Yeah.
Now, I don't like dirty macking.
He was definitely a hater.
I'm not a fan of dirty macking. You know what I mean? You should be able to get the girl without mentioning my name.
Right.
Right.
He dirty macks her.
Mhm.
Denzel is caught in between both young ladies. He's sloppy with it because he's cocky. You know what I mean? Has both of them show up to the club. They both got the same red dress on.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Wesley Snipes told him in the beginning, he's hitting a solo. He's like, hey, man, they love my solo. He's like, look, man, when you got your own band, you can do what you need to do. But when you under my band, you follow my rules. And he's like, yeah, well, maybe I just do my own thing. Right? And we always hear people say that in movies and they never succeed.
Right.
To fast forward Wesley Snipes' story,
Yeah.
he succeeded. You understand?
He did.
He succeeded
in the best way.
and he took the band with him.
Right.
And took his girl.
Yeah.
Now let me tell you something about Clark. If we could be honest right here, Owen.
Of course.
Clark was a mid singer. If we just being for real.
100%
She was very mid.
I
Denzel was right about
I
that.
still don't get that. I'm like, yeah.
We got a super chat. First of all, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hey.
John Solo Dolo, $10. Thank you so
John
much.
Solo
Thank you.
Dolo.
Thank you very much.
Spike, top 5 directors of all time. I would like y'all to review She Hate Me, LMAO. That hoodie fire. Do you got the Aqua 8s to match? That's hilarious. John Solo Dolo, first of all, thank you so much, fam. Thank you for heeding the call and not just watching for free and supporting the show and supporting me. But also with that, shout out to Stay Focused Clothing, one of the sponsors of this episode.
Nice.
The brother has some incredible gear. I will put the information in the description of this video, so click the description and maybe you would like to get yourself one. But Wesley Snipes, I'll get to that later.
Can I say something before you go? So as a writer, right, one of the hardest things to do seamlessly is to introduce your protagonist or your star's opposition. And the way he did it in the construct of them being a band with him without words, was them taking the solo.
Right.
Was fantastic because what he and Clark have in common is they both don't want to be number 2.
So I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, bro. So that would speak to why they would draw to one another. Like just as laying out your character. Spike was cooking on this one, man. I thought it was fantastic. Yeah, because like his whole thing, what about the money? What about this? What about that? I'm gonna have my own thing, da-da-da-da.
Right.
Then he got,
Go ahead.
It's so wild, like, because I hadn't seen this movie since I saw it for the first time, which I was literally a child. And so watching this movie again as an adult, whole different
crazy,
experience
right?
where I was just like,
Absolutely,
whoa.
I would imagine.
But it's really interesting, like just watching Bleak, Denzel Washington's character, and just his ability to like not be able to like humble himself.
Yeah.
Because that's really all it, like if he humbles himself just a little bit,
Humility.
he could have been at the end of that movie with the same life that Shadow had.
Come on, man. He
And
could have
again-
had a new Shadow. But speaking of Shadow, I want to thank y'all for not being in the shadows and coming into the light and helping me out with this super chat. I want to thank you right now. From Sweets. Ooh,
Sweets. Thank you very much, Sweets. We appreciate you so
$20
much.
Says, come on now. You can't stop what you're doing, CT. I thank you, Sweets. But I'm telling you, these super chats don't keep coming. We're going to narrow down these episodes. With that said, I want to give you one of my favorite quotes from one of my favorite movies. And this is from Friday. And I thought about it because I did this literally yesterday. Yes, he did. That is one of my favorites. Smokey's mama.
Yeah.
Oh, why you ain't never doing nothing? It was just crazy. So looking at the movie, give me one of your favorite scenes from the movie.
I got a lot of them, man. Bleak, I Won't Sell It was probably my favorite scene. That one. And then when he was telling him about Shadow and they were doing this part.
That's so funny.
Yeah, even though you fired me as your manager, you know, I look out for you. Then he goes, when's the last time you seen Clark? You know, I don't know. I seen him. He goes, and he just goes like this, and he goes, yeah, Shadow's boning her. And then Denzel does a little when he goes,
yeah.
And just Denzel was like the perfect straight man. Like he was like, he said, nah, bro, I'm telling. And he did the whole arm and held it in, and then that started the whole transformation. But also up top, they kept on saying the theme, right? They kept asking him, what would you do if you couldn't play anymore?
Right.
Touche.
Right.
They asked him early, yo, if you could, Indigo said, what would you do if you couldn't play anymore? I don't know. I forgot how he answered it. He said, I would die or something like that. But that was every time, you notice, every time he told one of the women to kick rocks, he held his trumpet up to him. He was like, hey, if you want to do it, you know, but this was his first love.
Girl, yeah.
And I related to that as a comedian, because when I started comedy, that was my first love.
Yeah.
Anybody I dated was number 2.
Yeah.
It was like, I got to do a set. I fell and broke my arm. Okay, well, I come after I got a 10 o'clock. I'm like, you know, I need you to, all right.
You
like
know,
it was
that. I'll give you that. I wouldn't go as far as I got a set, but the way that I was with my shows, right? I remember a specific time, there was a girl who was interested in me, and I was doing a show and I invited her. And she was like, bet, I'm coming. I'm like, cool. I'm gonna do the show, leave with her, and we good. She wasn't at the show. I call her, like, before I go up, I say, hey, yo, where you at? She was like, oh, yeah, I don't really like watching comedy, but I mean, just come see me after. Like, we'll just go to the club. And I was like, yeah, you not trying to come see me perform? And she was like, I mean, no, I don't like comedy shows like that. And I was like, all right, bet. I hung up the phone, deleted her number. Like, because if you aren't into me enough to come to my show, which is, in those days, that's the only way I met girls. I wasn't going to the clubs. I was in a comedy spot. So I met you at a comedy show, and you said you don't like going to comedy shows? It's a wrap. So now let's fast forward.
I wonder what happened to her that she don't like comedy. Something happened. She was probably up front at a Def Jam show, and they got on her. I was like, hey, I'm never
coming back.
Yeah.
So now Spike Lee has a gambling problem. A bad gambling problem, to where the bookies are on him.
He's doing them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sam Jackson,
dude,
Sam
one of the
Jackson.
hitman,
right?
Or one of the, what would you call those guys?
But I mean, they were the bookie enforcers.
Yeah, bookie enforcers.
Yeah.
And they beating him up, man. They breaking fingers and everything, and he still hasn't learned his lesson. Goes to Denzel like, yo, man, I need some money. Help me out. And he's like, nah. What? Nah. Nah. Like, that was so shocking to him.
Right.
Because that's what you expecting. Your best friend's going to give you the money. He's like, nah. You can stay here, though.
Yeah.
But nah, I'm not giving you no money. And I respected that decision.
Absolute.
Here's the problem. We're talking about the demise. You talk about Clark not wanting to be number 2. Indigo had no problem being second best to his music because she wanted to see him thrive. She just wanted him to choose her in general as opposed to going back and forth with her and Clark.
Right.
He was hitting both of them raw. Anyway, when you look at
she wanted his respect.
She did want his respect.
She just wanted his respect, however that came. In my opinion.
No, you're absolutely right.
I think you're absolutely right. Yeah.
When I look at this, Denzel, we have this thing on the show, Owen, where we give out the Zelli. And it's ironic because this is a Denzel movie.
Right.
But Denzel is our Oscars. So what character in this film would you give the Zelli to?
Oh, damn. Who would win the Academy Award?
Who would win the
Zelli
in this movie for you?
Who would win the Zelli? Jeez, I can only pick one. That can't be a supporting. And
give me one. It's too easy to give two. Why you thinking? Give it to me, Lawrence.
Yeah,
I mean, I have to go with Denzel.
Okay.
Like, I mean, I'm just like, I mean, obviously he's the namesake, but the fact is, it's like, I feel like nobody else brings it in the same way that he brings it throughout this movie. Even though I do feel Wesley Snipes comes close.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Wesley Snipes comes close. That's interesting. So you got the same answer.
I want to give it. I would give it to the late great Robin Harris. Man.
Oh, okay.
Just because I mean, you see how aggressive he was comedically in that film.
So great, and you know it was off the top of the head. Could nobody write that,
bro?
Yeah.
I mean, and he was in the pocket with it. Like to me, really. I mean, I was surprised by his. Of course, Denzel crushed it and Wesley, but I'm thinking like, who surprised me the most? And I mean, they used his act as a score.
Yeah.
They used his material as a musical score for some scenes, like when they had the two dresses on.
Right, right.
And so I know that's a stretch. That's probably
No,
not,
it's not a stretch.
but-
I'm gonna tell you why. Because the greatest joke in that movie for me was when Robin Harris said, he's like, yeah, so this guy goes to the doctor and he has a stutter. He's stuttering, he's da 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 da, and the doctor says, oh, I see the problem here. Your manhood is too long and it's pulling on your vocal cords. You need to take off at least 3 inches of this thing. And he's like, all right, well, take it off. He takes off the 3 inches of his manhood. The guy goes to his wife. He comes back later that night. He says, hey, doc, I need you to put those 3 inches back because my wife says she misses what my manhood was. And he's like, I wish I can help you. It was brilliant. And I said, that is incredible. Shout out to the late, great Robin Harris.
Yeah, absolutely. It was good.
Yeah.
It was good seeing him.
Yeah, it was.
And as a 19-year-old, how old was I? No, I was younger than that. I was 16. Just watching like mature humor was just like a blast. Like, yo, look at this.
Yeah.
Like, look at what they're talking about. To me, it was because I knew I wanted to be a comedian. I just didn't know how it was
How to
going
get there,
happen.
yeah.
And when I saw him and to know that he was like Denzel,
Spikes.
No. Robin Harris was a mentor of DL's.
Oh, yeah.
So if you listen to Robin Harris's first album, the person introducing him on Baby's Kids is DL Hughley. Wow. And so and also there was another comedian in this movie, two comedians, Steve White
and Charlie Murphy.
And I knew, and I got to know Steve after this movie, and Charlie, and everybody was like doing their thing. Man.
Yeah, I love Steve White. Steve White, I got a chance to work with him several different times over the past 17 years.
Yeah,
such a great guy. I think he's out in the IE or something like that, but he's always been
he's out
brilliant
here?
to me.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to tell you who I'm giving to Zelli to.
Yeah.
You would think I'm giving it to Denzel because it's to Zelli.
Right.
Actually, what is Mark saying? What's up, Playboy? All right, got you. So you would think I'm giving it to Denzel. I'm giving it to Shadow. You know why Shadow gets the Zelli? Shadow gets the Zelli because not only did his character go through so many things. He started out as number 2. He was getting shorted with the bread. He dirty Macked a girl. Got that girl, which you rarely see somebody dirty Mac get the girl. He got the girl, smashing her on the balcony. That's how you know it's good. When you smash her on the balcony. And they were up high. I'm like, brother, you got some strength in your legs and arms.
Yeah.
And you're doing your thing. Then he stole Denzel's group.
Yeah.
Formed his own quartet. Had another club where he made the money. He's the star. He brings her to sing. She's singing. Everybody's happy. And he has the audacity to say, I want you to come play with us, man. Oh. So Denzel, who's went through this breakdown, which big part of the movie, Spike Lee, again, the worst character in the movie.
Yeah.
His bookies come beat him up. I thought Denzel was doing his thing and was ignoring it because he saw him get carried out. But that goes to show his first love for music. He goes out to help Spike Lee and he gets his lip busted.
Yeah.
Now his mouth is messed up.
Right.
He can't play anymore. So at this big scene, he can't play. He gives the trumpet to Giant. Walks away. I'm like, all right, well, that's a sad ending to the movie because before that, he was on some schizophrenic thing.
I won't sell it. Yeah.
And like he was in a room rewinding tape on his fingers. I'm like, oh, he lost it. Goes to, what's her name? Joali?
Indigo in the movie.
Well, let's just say Indigo.
Oh, yeah.
Goes to Indigo, says, please save my life.
Yeah. Right.
Give me a son. Yeah. She reluctant, but so many black women, you are our backbone and you guys help us so much. She accepted the challenge, became his wife, became the mother of his kid, and full circle.
Don't just rush past that. We saw the birth in this movie.
We saw that
birth. We saw the baby come out of.
Baby come out that thing.
Yeah.
Saw that baby come out that thing. It was bushy too. I was like, this is 1990.
It was bushy.
It was a bushy thing. 1990. It was 1990. And then we got another super chat. Go ahead and throw it up there, Mark. Sweets, $25.
Thank you, Sweets. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Give us one of your favorite movie quotes for Sweets.
Oh, what's when Wesley Snipes said, the reason why the people don't come is because you. Is it a movie from any movie?
Anyway, anything.
Oh,
favorite movie moment, favorite movie line. Give it to.
Well, let's stay on this movie. I would say, God dang, what was it? When Wesley says. Because this was in a rap album too. The reason you don't come, because you don't play. What does he say? You don't play the people that they like. You grandiose. That's what it is. You grandiose. I can't say the word.
Right.
Yeah.
And Memphis.
I'll re-ask.
You grandiose. Don't play the stuff that they like. You play the stuff they like. I love that quote.
Yeah.
And that was in the. I think they use that in Gangstar album or something.
Wesley Snipes was a treat for me because I knew this was a Denzel movie. I knew it was
Right.
Spike Lee. Also, shout out to Spike Lee and Denzel for being the first iteration of Coogler and Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Because
Yeah.
Spike was putting him in everything.
Mhm.
Come on, man.
Wesley Snipes was such a treat because I love Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
He's one dude that he's always been so underrated to
I
me.
agree.
Mhm.
He can do everything.
underrated.
Action, drama, comedy.
It's true.
Yeah. I mean, he's insanely talented, bro.
Yeah.
And yeah, man. My favorite part of the movie too was at the end, the Love Supreme montage.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because that's what Spike was really saying to me, is that even though you lost what was the most important thing,
Mhm.
he kept saying the love supreme. The love supreme is the Black family, is a
Mhm.
family, is
Mhm.
a wife and a kid. And he showed the montage of him being selfless.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Selfless.
And
Yeah.
getting that, he went from being so selfish.
Yep.
Right.
It's a DICK thing and it's
Mhm.
all this stuff and all these things
Yeah.
to pouring into his family.
Right.
His father, this is also one I give Spike Lee props to. He
Yeah.
supported the vision of the Black father. His
Yeah.
father was in his life. He
Right.
was always there for him,
Mhm.
stayed by his
Mhm.
side. He had a great relationship with him. It wasn't no bumping of the heads.
Right. Right.
He was able to see his grandson be born and
Right.
grow up a couple of years. And Denzel start teaching trumpet to his own son. But the difference that he made
Yeah.
is he let his son go out and play.
Right.
And that's the change in the character.
Right.
Ooh, This
see how you
movie
see
was
it?
beautiful.
It was fantastic.
It really was.
It was beautiful.
If you
What would
take
you
any
give?
screenwriting class, you can't. This hits all the notes and exceeds it. Like,
What do you give this movie? Here we have a ranking system of Eddie Murphys. He's the greatest of all time. How many Eddie Murphys do you give this movie?
How many
and
can
what
I
are
give
they?
it?
5.
I give it 5. I give it 5 Eddie Murphys. I give it 5 for me.
Okay.
I give it 5 Eddie Murphys because it's not a wasted cell in
Yeah.
this film. Like,
Mm.
and then he shot it on film. And if you when I used to live in New York, I never looked up because in New York, you either looking for gum to not step on or you
Mhm.
looking at here. But when I started like scouting on where I wanted to shoot,
Yeah.
Mhm.
New York is a beautiful architecturally. It's an
Mhm.
insanely beautiful city,
100%.
and he captured. He captured Brooklyn. He captured human nature. He
Yep.
captured. I mean, I thought it was fantastic. He captured Black men and how we.
Mhm.
Because at the end, Shadow still loved this boy.
Absolutely.
When he was at his lowest, he said, "My friend
Yeah.
is bleeding. Like,
Right.
help my friend." Even though we
And they
fight,
just fought.
he just fired me. He
Tonight.
just fired me from his band.
Right.
My friend, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it was
Mhm.
like just the complicatedness of relationships.
Yeah.
At their core, they loved each other. And
Absolutely.
they respected each other's talent. I give it 5. And I think it's just the film that's like, either you get it or you don't.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it depends on where you are in your life. If you a selfish dude,
Yeah.
you might not like this movie.
I loved
You
it.
might be like, "Ugh."
I think you're absolutely right about that. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was looking at the end of this movie and I was like, I'm not sure that everybody in this day and age would look at this as a happy ending.
Right.
no.
Like they and I know back then definitely they would. That's how
Yeah.
it was perceived. But I'm like,
Yeah.
today,
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I feel like cats would be like, oh man, he messed his life up.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It was so beautiful to see that character come full circle, see that story, him get the girl, have the kid, have a beautiful life.
Yeah.
My only question is, what did he do for money, bro? He's no longer a trumpet player. They got a nice crib. What are you doing?
I'll give it to you.
Tell me.
My guess, remember when he was laying on the ground? In
his apartment?
The truth is the light. The light is the truth. When he was,
Yeah.
Mhm.
all those albums were his. They had
You're
his
right.
face on them.
Mm.
So maybe, he was making some paper off of that. And
That's
I
a
feel
stretch. And you know why that's a
I
stretch?
feel-
Because we know you ain't making no bread in the music business.
No, but
unless you
his
touring.
clientele was Japanese and German, like it's overseas.
Oh, yeah?
They remember he was arguing with they had that moment when he was talking to Shadow, like, why don't our own people come see what we doing?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You look at the audience, it's people East German, Japanese.
Mhm.
So maybe he was making enough money.
He's
And
big in Japan.
Gotta be.
maybe. And they had that brownstone. They probably didn't need much. And,
Yeah,
and
that's
she
probably
and
true.
she worked.
It
as
looked like he
well.
moved back into his father's
Right,
crib
right.
Possibly.
after his father left us.
Right. Which is
Possibly.
intentional, I'm sure.
Which is fine, but
Yeah.
it's like, how are you making ends meet, Denzel? Is
Yeah.
what
I
I was
know.
wondering. Because they
I
were
know.
they were living a little lavishly.
That's hilarious.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know,
Which
I
Eddie
know.
Murphys out of the 5? Like, what movies of Eddie's are you giving this movie?
All right, what are we saying to some of Eddie's great movies?
Since you're saying you're giving 5.
All right, I would give it 5. Okay, I
Yeah.
would give it life.
Ooh.
I would give it
You could double
I
up
would
on
I would
movies
give it
too.
trading. I would give it trading.
Okay.
Well, it's not funny like Trading Places, but I would give it life. I would give it. What are some more of Eddie's dramatic things that he's done? I would give it Dream Girls.
Yeah.
I would give it 2 Dream Girls,
Yep.
2 Lives, and I would throw in
Mr.
for the chuckles.
What was it?
Yeah, I didn't
movie
watch
did?
that one.
Yeah.
I didn't watch
Okay.
that one. I need to watch that one. I would throw in for the chuckles 48 hours. What was it? No.
You can do 48 hours.
Trading Place. I would do Trading Place.
Okay.
Yeah. Just because of the thought, the headiness of it, where
Mhm.
Trading Places took us into the stock market and the inner workings of like how white folks, basically do the same. It's a drug game, but with bacon and pork, bacon and
Absolutely.
orange juice.
I will also
yeah.
say that this movie, well, with Eddie Murphy's movies, Nutty Professor doesn't get regarded as some dramatic heaviness, but it is extremely dramatic.
That's
Life
true.
is probably the most dramatic movie he'd ever done. And people would be like, man, that's my favorite movie. Like, that movie was heavy.
Yeah, it is
These
heavy.
brothers were wrongfully imprisoned.
Right.
Yes, there were some funny moments within this,
Right.
but that was a dark movie to watch for me at 11 or 12 years
Right.
old. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching. This has been such a great episode. We're about to do the after show. Now, here's the very interesting thing, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I want to thank you guys for giving your super chats.
Yes,
that
please.
definitely
Thank you.
helps.
Thank you.
If you're
sweets.
watching the show premiere, you can give super thanks, and I will be keeping track of who gives super thanks, and you'll be thanked on the next episode. So if you want to come to our Patreon, that is patreon.com/CTisDOPE, where you can catch the after show produced version with some other nuggets, answer some Q&As. But right now, we're going to CT Cinema Reviews YouTube page. Please continue the subscriptions there. It's a new channel that we're building up specifically for this show. That is where the after show is going to be live. If you want to come over there, come right now. It's in the description. Come on through. Owen, what's coming up for you, man? How can they find you?
Just created this show called Crush. That's why I'm wearing this, starring Tracy Morgan. It'll be out on Paramount Plus this fall.
Nice.
And I'm launching my own podcast called Good Luck Everybody. And it so you can find that at all places where podcasts to be. That'll be launched on Wednesday. So sign up. Yeah.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mayor Young, give it to him.
At Mayor Young on social media, and you can find me at Fantastic Forum to talk about comic book stuff every Wednesday night, 6:30 p.m. Pacific at fantasticforum.live.
Oh, that's
I
dope.
love it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are in the San Diego Comic-Con adventure situation this weekend, I will be there doing 2 panels.
Woo.
Thursday night, Comics on Comics at 8 p.m.
Yes.
upstairs. And Friday, I'll be doing Little Kev.
Yeah.
BT Plus, we're doing a huge panel in 23 ABC or 23 BC. Check my page. I'll be there. Whole panel of us is going to be an incredible time. And thank you to everybody who's been showing love to the new show that I'm on Disney called Electric Bloom.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the love and support. All episodes will be streaming in September, but right now you can catch each episode weekly. With that said, it's Team CT all
All day.
We out.